Let's make them nice and pink. And they had that little yellow mouth on the inside. Ooh, there's so pink. Oh, there was a little bit of yellow still on that brush. That's okay. Look how interesting that is. And as you can see, I am not staying within the lines. I am not trying to be perfect. I've released that part of myself a long time ago. I don't want to be perfect. What I want is to be happy. And if that means painting something willy-nilly and all messy, then so be it. So these are those paper flowers. What are they called? Cornflowers? I'm not sure. So they also have little pale pink petals on the outside. Some have a paler yellow inside. Others have a bright yellow on the inside. But let's make that yellow kind of milky dirty. I've got a little bit of white gouache there. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. A little bit of pink in, and we use a little bit of that yellow ochre. And look at that. I love it. So, let's give these snapdragons some leafy colors. They're small little petals. Oh, leafy things. Oh, candle is done. It was quick. But then again, it was also just a small little leftover. Now, these were those really blue fingers of that succulent. So let's make them cobalt, turquoise, and cerulean. Oh, yeah, that looks good. And what was left over there in the palette was a little bit of brown. Look at that, look at that. Like I said, we can always draw over those with a pen later to define them. Lovely. That vase was like a greyish blue. I don't think so. I want to make it warmer. Let's make it a yellowish, dirty green. Yeah. Pretend like it had lots and lots of moss growing on it. Like a cement color, only prettier. And again, I can bring in that pattern again and draw that with some shadows, a little bit of texture later on. Just getting some color in here. Now I want that one slightly different to those. So let's see. How about we make that green? Because we've got a little bit of green there and we can balance it out. Look at that. And now for the variegated leaves there in the background. So they were like a creamy color with bright green, and that goes for these ones as well. Oh, see this little happy accident when it drew in some of that pink. I like it when that happens. Let's go for a bluish green with those. And then dark green there. Well, a darker green for those smaller petals. And you'll see I'm using my brush as a stamp to create those leaves. I do want to bring in a few more over here. Yeah, and I reckon a few more in here. So we have some more interest. Who knows what these little plants could be? They could be random greenery. Okay, I'm happy with that. Maybe. Let's just draw some more of these jasmines. There were so many clusters of jasmine, and I don't think I've done it justice for the amount of flowers I've put in here. And that's the beauty of my coloring process, is you can add more to what's already there. You can depict a little scene like this one, where you have a visual of something that you might be dreaming of, something that you want to maybe try out or make or do. And why not draw that during your coloring sessions? For example, if I have to do all the washing this afternoon, but I also know that I need a little bit of encouragement or a little bit of help, I could always go and draw a washing basket in the middle of my garden patch, and with that encourage myself to do the washing as soon as I've done my coloring in practice. It's a beautiful motivator if you are struggling to get stuff done, because if you've taken care of yourself for a little bit, then it's easier to get the other stuff done. You feel more encouraged to do so, and it feels like you've given back to yourself, even if it's a small thing. A small thing like coloring in is a very small thing, and it shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. But it doesn't really matter if you want to take 30 minutes or an hour today for yourself to bring your own mind into a space where you do feel that, okay, I think I've done enough for myself now, so that I can go ahead now and do something more.